Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that this guy seems to step on. It is Monday, February 20th. Super excited to be coming to you and talking to you about a topic that I was discussing, I had sent out in my morning report today for A VO's Journey Elite Academy. I do this morning report every single day where I do like tips and ideas and news and stuff. And the thing that I discussed there today and I want to discuss with you guys today is what I like to call the snowball effect. It's nothing new. It's not like I came up with this or anything, but it's just, I like to use these kind of analogies to, I guess, shape my life and teach. So with the idea of the snowball effect and how that helps your business, all right, is something that I want to talk to you about today. So real quick, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, okay? And also check out A VO's Journey Elite Academy. There's a link in the description for 50% off your first month to give us a shot, okay? To grow and start and grow your voiceover business. All right, so talking about the snowball effect. When I first started doing voiceover, I focused solely on specific actions that netted me work. Okay, so I started off, doing auditions on ACX, and I learned that it took me about 10 to 12 auditions to get one audiobook contract. Okay, and I did this over and over and over and over again. I did a bunch under my name, but I did a ton under pseudonyms. I did a ton for other people, for their, under their name. They just paid me, I've done a lot of audiobooks and just that consistent work. So basically what happened is that I realized that if I continued to do those specific actions, like in this particular case, I'm just using one sample idea here, is that if I continued to audition and made sure that I did those 10 to 12 auditions on a daily or bi-daily basis, that I would consistently get work. And on top of that, I learned that it didn't always come the next day. And this is something that, of course, we know like if you're speaking with someone and you're like, well, they're going to be like, well, you auditioned, just because you don't hear back from someone the next day, it could take them a week, 2 weeks. This happens all the time because sometimes stuff's going on. Sometimes they're not fast. Sometimes they got to run it by other people. Sometimes things happen. So it doesn't always, it's not always cut and dry, like you audition and you hear back in the next 30 minutes or the next day. It can be a while. So what happens is, I think, is that a lot of people will audition and they won't get exact feedback, like they won't get a lot of traction straight away. Does that make sense? Like they won't get traction right away. And they feel like, gosh, this isn't working. And when you're not getting traction, when you feel like you're not being really, or you're not moving forward, you tend to give up or you tend to pause, right? You tend to wait to see what happens. And that is deadly to the snowball effect because if you do that, you begin to skew the curve. So I like to look at it this way. So imagine you've got, let me see. We're gonna do a visual here with two pencils. Okay, that's my daughter's pencils. So we bought pencils. So anyways, so imagine that you've got your voiceover business is represented by this pencil, and your marketing, or in this case, we're just talking about ACX just for today, is your auditions, right? You audition. So with auditions on top now, voiceover works on the bottom. All right, so you're auditioning, voiceover work starts picking up. You're auditioning, voiceover work's picking up, auditioning. Now you got voiceover work, right? But when you're here now, what typically happens, right? And there's a variety of reasons for this. One reason is you're busy, but a lot of reasons are that you are not focusing on the continued marketing because you've got work. So what happens is that the auditions, they start to go down, right? And your work continues up because of that snowball effect, the lag behind, all right? That's because of the work that you did, all right? The snowball, because I wish these need to be marked, don't they? Or like a diagram. But anyways, you're following me, right? The snowball effect are the people, the work that you do, the work that you do first brings the like the auditions and the work that you do to get jobs has to be done first. Then the work down here will follow. Okay, but the problem is that this beginning part, okay, and these are auditions too. This can be email marketing, this can be anything. But this beginning part, if you don't keep this beginning part continuously moving forward, continuously being added to, this work part, right, will not even get off the ground. Like if you start to do this and then you go down, you might not even see any work. Okay, and in email marketing, how many of those stories? Like I had told a story where I got an email a few months ago. I did a job for someone that I emailed 2 years ago. Okay, and they were just getting back into things, and they got my email. So they emailed me. I mean, they remembered that email for 2 years ago. Okay, so that's crazy. I mean, that's just crazy. But the point is, though, is that sometimes that snowball effect, you've got to continue to work. And a lot of times you're working on faith that you're marketing on faith that you're doing the right thing so that the work will catch up. Right now, there's this idea that when the marketing goes down, your voiceover work will start to go down. And then you've got to pick back up your marketing and then your voiceover work. And then, it's just this blue. I'm an idiot. So I feel like, it's the fish in the sea. Anyway, I'm delirious. It's Monday. But the point I'm trying to make to you is if you are constantly doing, marketing, the work picks up and then it goes down and then your work goes down and you got to market. You're going to be on this roller coaster. Enough with the pencils. So the idea here is that you always, and that's why I did the video the other day, which was really successful. We had a lot of people watch that video, which was, I think how to gain traction and also, the keys to success, and this consistent action. But you've got to look at work, at getting voiceover work as secondary to the primary actions you're taking on a daily basis to generate that work. But those actions that you're taking, that should be your primary focus. Okay, it has to be, because that always drives the entire ship. And like I said in that other video, your voiceover work money is a byproduct of those prime actions you're taking. So just some thoughts today about the snowball effect and how if you keep that ball rolling, that little ball, all right, you're just keeping it going, it's going to build, it's going to build, and it will keep building, but you've got to keep it going from the beginning. All right, it's all fun and games and cakes and pies and ice cream when you've got this massive snowball. But when you're just starting, you're literally creating it from nothing, and you've got to have all of the force, all the creation has to be from you, right? And as you build it and as it grows, it will take on a life of its own. But you can't expect to get there without consistently taking prime action and knowing that the byproduct will eventually be work and money. All right, enough of all that. I hope that was helpful. Just again, with this idea of snowball effect, continually taking the right actions, which are to get voiceover work, All right, I talked about two things. I talked about auditions here through ACX, and I talked about emails. All right, those were just things that popped in my head at the moment. Okay, but these are actions that you can take on a daily basis, consistently. All right, proposals on Upwork. There is also passive marketing, which is something like Fiverr. All right, but right now we're talking about active. So anyways, I hope this has helped. I hope this has given you some more food for thought. Please put your comments or questions below if you have any. Or maybe you can also comment below and say, hey, I'm doing XYZ. You know, is this what you're talking about? Or I'm struggling getting started because I'm not sure which is the right actions. I mean, that's a very valid and good question. So don't be afraid to ask and comment. And also, again, check out Avio's Journey Elite Academy down below. Would love to have you and to help you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful Monday. Talk to you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.